Welcome on into another night of Bethesda Big Train Baseball. It is still playoffs, but the Big Train on the road tonight in Gaithersburg. I'm Allie Navarrete here with Michael Michaud. He'll be on color to start. Probably going to have another rotating crew. You guys know the drill by now. Unfortunately, here at Gaithersburg, which you also know the drill about, the Wi-Fi is pretty terrible. As in there is none, and then the cell service is pretty bad, so we're going to be going audio only, the way the Gaithersburg Giants broadcast crew does it here themselves, and we apologize for that, but it's the best we can do. But we will still have the score bug going, so hopefully that will provide a little visual aid, but going to try and be as descriptive as possible. Last night was pretty crazy, Michael.
It was complete and utter madness. I've been around baseball my whole life, and that game was just complete bonkers. I don't really even know how to describe it. It was, you're on one hand, you're like, okay, the Big Train were down 5 runs after the top of the 4th inning. It was, 8-3, and you're like, oh, crap. But then after that, it was such a back-and-forth game with errors and key hits and bad pitching and bad defense, and it was incredible. I mean, it was a great win for the Big Train to kind of survive that kind of thing, and we'll see what kind of momentum they can take into this game, but it was truly crazy.
Yeah, it really was. Final score was 13-12, which is just absolutely ridiculous, but like Michael said,
kicked that late field goal for the win.
The Big Train had a comeback and took the win. So leading off tonight will be Garrett Felix. On the mound for the Giants is Andrew Neff. Behind the plate, Brendan Kleiman. In the field, Jeremiah Jenkins at first, Josh Wilson at second, Matt Ryan at third, Dylan Wilkinson at short. Left field, Bryce Demery. Center field, Ethan Harden. And right field, Gabriel Barrett. First pitch in to Felix, ball.
There we go. Andrew Neff, he threw 21 innings this season, gave up 17 hits, struck out 25.
Neff in there, another ball.
And he had an ERA of 4.28. Not bad. 25 strikeouts in 21 innings is pretty good. 8 walks. That's actually pretty low for this league.
That is good. Felix smacks that one to center field. Shortstop Wilkinson gets there. Felix charging, though, to the bag. Safe. Great stuff from Garrett Felix, continuing some great contact hitting from last night, and he's in that leadoff spot.
Back where he was at the beginning of the season before we had Luke Nowak, who was out of the lineup. He got hurt during batting practice, unfortunately, so that's why he is not in. Garrett Felix spent a good chunk of the early part of the season in that leadoff spot, so kind of back where we were in early June. Do you remember it?
Yes, I do remember it.
Great.
Feels like so long ago, even though it wasn't that long ago. But
it was long ago. I'm pretty sure it was long ago.
DM Jefferson now in the number 2 spot. You're used to that. First pitch in from Neff, strike 1.
Right, that was a strike, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Jefferson keeps his second spot in the lineup. I mean, he has such good bat control that he can really do anything. He could bunt here. He could rip a ball down the right field line. We've seen him hit a couple homers this year, so this is a good place to be aggressive.
Neff, the 0-1. And again, ahead now 0-2 to DM.
We also know that Garrett Felix is extremely good at stealing bases.
Yes.
He's 20 for 24 on the season, which is impressive. So I would be shocked if he didn't have a go here, being at first with nobody out now in the top of the first.
The 0-2, low in the dirt. So DM stays alive. But, yeah, like you said, Garrett almost always is running whenever he can get on base. Very speedy on the base path.
He currently just tied his shoes with his batting gloves on, which I can tell you from experience is almost impossible. So good for him. Oh.
And there he is running. Kleiman going to pop up. Will he slide in safe? He will.
So, I mean, he stole that on the pitcher. He was basically running before the pitcher delivered. He clearly had timed it out. And now he's tying his other shoe. This is batting gloves. But that's a situation. I've seen that a lot this summer. I would think that these pitchers would be better at holding guys on and keep them from having those running starts. But it's happened a ton. But we'll take that.
Neff fires. DM grounds that one to the second baseman and over to first. Ground out, but Felix will advance to third.
Yep. So there you go. That's how you can score a run without getting a hit. You get ground ball to the right side, moves Felix to third, and now, we'd love to, as Big Train fans, we'd love to see a hit from Emilian Pitre, but he can ground one out to the right side. The Giants' deep infield is playing back, so they're going to give up the run for the out, or he could hit one of the outfield. Lots of options.
Lots of options. But, yeah, DM puts the ball in play, gets Felix to third, and now he's just one base away from coming home. First pitch strike to Emilian in that number 3 spot. On deck batting cleanup again tonight is Sean Lane, who was a force
red hot
yesterday.
Red hot. I think I looked it up. 5 for his last 8 with 2 doubles and 2 homers.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Pretty good. That one, Petre hits right to the third baseman, Matt Ryan. What a catch that was. Just popped up right, hugging the third base line, and very impressive. That'll be an out, and Sean Lane will come up.
Yep, just off the end of the bat there by Petre. Kind of got fooled, and I think if you asked him, he was like, I was just trying to foul that away and stay alive because I committed to the swing, and, well, just kind of got unlucky. So here's, as we said, red-hot Sean Lane, 5 for his last 8 with a couple homers, including a blast last night.
Can he make something happen here? First pitch ball low.
Good block by Kleiman. The backstop is not that far back here. I think this ball would have to kick away either to the left or right of Kleiman for Felix to take a gamble on it. But it's the first inning, so who the heck knows?
Neff, the 1-0. Way high. Ball 2. Yeah, we've seen Garrett Felix come home like that on more than one occasion.
Just a few. The guy gets dirty. When he hands his uniform back in, it's just going to be a mess.
The 2-0, that one lands. Count 2-1.
2-0 breaking ball. You used to not see it very often, and now it's pretty standard, or at least some sort of off-speed pitch.
Neff, the 2-1 to Sean Lane, another ball, so that's 3. And, you know, last night the Giants they weren't necessarily, like, intentionally walking Sean Lane, but not really giving him anything to swing at after his first couple at-bats because, like we said, they knew what he could do.
Well, we like to call that the old unintentional intentional walk.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not admitting that we're walking you, but we are.
Yeah. And the 3-1 lands, so full count.
You know, when you're hot like Lane is right now, you kind of trust yourself to be able to handle any pitch. And I think in this situation with first base open, he's probably looking breaking ball here. Some sort of off-speed pitch. Why would Neff give in with a fastball?
Neff, the full count pitch, and Sean Lane will walk. Runners in the corners now for the big train, and TJ Rogers coming up to bat.
Lane was hitting .218. I don't believe his numbers factor in to the stats that we have for the playoffs, excuse me, the playoff numbers.
Yeah, those are just regular season.
Yeah, and now we have TJ Rogers, who was around 200, but a little bit better towards the end of the season, I think, if we looked at his trend line. Lane's stolen 4 bases and hasn't – well, he's been caught once, 4 for 5. And judging the jump by Felix, I bet he tries.
First pitch to Rogers, way high, ball 1.
It feels like rain, doesn't it, Allie?
It does feel like it's going to rain.
But let's, fingers crossed,
but I think we're going to be –
happen.
I mean, I think we're going to be okay. Forecast was looking better the last time I checked it.
Great. I don't look at the forecast anymore.
That's true. Yesterday I didn't think we would play, and we did. So that one in, count 1-1. Tarp really did its job.
It's almost like we could have had the tarp on the field multiple times this
This
year.
season.
And it would have saved us rainouts.
Probably.
Although from a work perspective, rainouts, you know, you get to go home early, and there are worse things.
But then you have a doubleheader later.
Yeah, well, that's a problem for later, Michael, and later, Allie.
2-1 now to Rogers. I don't know. I was always like, I'm here already.
Fair. And you
might
live
as well.
close by.
Yeah,
I live in D.C., so it was like, I'm here. I might as well just do it.
Neff, the 2-1 to Rogers. 2-2. So a bit of crunch time here for T.J. Rogers. There are 2 outs on the board.
Big hole on the right side. Jenkins holding Lane on. Second baseman pinched a lot closer to second. So if he gets one of those breaking balls in the outside corner, I could see him shooting the ball through that right side, bring Felix home.
Neff fires. Sean Lane running.
Ooh,
Gonna
delayed
get
steal.
Caught in the base path. Garrett Felix going to come home. Sean Lane charging to second, and he's tagged.
Woo! A lot going on that play.
Seriously, so 1 run on for the big train. Garrett Felix, of course, speedy coming home. Sean Lane gets caught in between first and second for the 3rd out, but
yeah, we'll explain that when we come back
okay.
Before the bottom of the 1st.
Sounds
but
good.
After half an inning, it's 1-0 big train, and Giants coming to bat.
Welcome back. Bottom of the first, Nick Del Prado is on the mound for the Big Train. In the field, Baylor Cobb behind the plate. Sean Lane at first, Warren Holzmer at second, Emilian Petre at short, TJ Rogers at third, and your outfield, Garrett Felix left, DM Jefferson center, Jason Schiavone in right field.
Yeah, so to end that first inning, Sean Lane, it was first and third. It was basically a delayed steal to try and get Felix a chance to score. And sorry, my mic was in the wrong place. That's foul. Anyway, was basically Sean Lane trying to get caught between first and second, allowing Felix to score, which he did, and they tagged Sean Lane out at second. So we'll be a caught stealing.
Del Prado, 1-1 now.
Sorry, go ahead, Ellie.
Just to Quelch, Joseph Quelch leading off the DH for the Giants, best hitter in this league during the regular season.
Yeah, the league. Yeah, exactly. League's leading hitter.
The 1-1 high, ball 2.
That's not a play you see that often at the higher levels, the delayed steal, get out type situation. But when it's the playoffs and you want to get a run, there you go.
The 2-1 in, count 2-2. Oh, no, they'll say he held back.
Yeah, Quelch, 416 on the season, 42 for 101. 3 homers, 17 RBIs, 13 stolen bases, caught stealing thrice. Sorry.
The 3-1, hefty swing and a miss there for Quelch. Count now full.
Sitting fastball on a 3-1 and still swung right through it. Big Train have a pretty good road crowd here today.
Yeah, seriously. We told people to show out, and they did. 3-2, swing and a miss. Nicholas Del Prado gets started with a K.
That's pretty much what we saw. Del Prado, 26 innings, 8 hits,
True. That one grounded to Holzmer and over to Sean Lane. A little 4-3 put out. Dylan Wilkinson out quickly, and that'll bring up Jeremiah Jenkins.
That's what we call the old charity hop to Warren Holzmer. Hard hit ball, and it took that skip basically right to chest level. You don't even have to bend over. And we all know how physically demanding baseball is, so, take it easy for a play.
Mentally, physically, it's a hard game.
Yeah.
First pitch in, high, ball 1 to Jeremiah Jenkins, but Del Prado potential for a quick inning here.
Jenkins, 290 on the season with a home run.
The 1-0 swung on and missed.
But he also homered last night.
Yeah.
Pretty big blast to right, I believe, right?
Yes, it was. And then Sean Lane was like, let me show you what I can do.
Nice.
Matched it quickly. That one fouled up. Count 1-2.
If anyone's a fan of the amazing musical Annie Get Your Gun, the Anything You Can Do, I Can Do Better.
Better,
song.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure that's exactly what they were thinking, is Annie Get Your Gun. I know I was. I'll sing it for you guys later.
That's all right, I think.
I don't know. I'm in charge.
This is true. Del Prado, the 1-2 low. Good to see Baylor back behind the plate. He was here and had a little bit of a injury on Tuesday at Gaithersburg, but recovered quickly, and he's back. The 1-2 high.
Yeah, he hurt his foot towards the end of that game. He had to come out. He was limping, and then in our game against DC last Friday, he was also still feeling it, but he seems much better now.
Yeah. Had some rest before his first playoff appearance. The 3-2, that one smacked out to center field. Jefferson tracking it. Easy catch for him, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Nick Del Prado and the Big Train defense. Great stuff. When we come back, Big Train bats. Welcome back. Top of the second, TJ Rogers was at the plate when Sean Lane was caught stealing, which brought Garrett Felix home. So his first step out of the game will
restart.
Yeah. I'll get a redo. On deck will be Warren Holzmer, and in the hole, the DH for the Big Train this evening, Clay Wargo.
Guys, if you are a Big Train fan, you need to know that the Banana is here at this game.
Yes.
Our assistant GM, Patrick Chapman, is known as the Banana, and he's wearing his costume. He brought it.
First pitch to Rogers. That one smacked right to Matt Ryan and thrown over to first. Matt Ryan, second excellent play there in the third base corner today.
That is a fantastic play by Ryan. That ball was scalded, headed right down in the corner for probably a double.
Yeah.
And Ryan just lunged, full-out dive towards the bag and caught it on one hop and fired over to first. That is just a very impressive play. So one.
Matt Ryan, Walt Whitman Viking.
Well, there you go.
Former teammate of Bennett. Holzmer at the plate now. First pitch from Neff lands in the zone. Count 0-1.
So you're saying you've got a soft spot for him then?
I guess.
Okay.
There were a couple Vikings in this league. 2 on the Thunderbolts as well. Holzmer grounds that one to short. Thrown over to first, and that's back-to-back outs for the Giants.
Good start for Neff. Way to bounce back. I mean, last inning, he gave up a single to Felix and stolen base, ground out, little looping liner, walk, and then the weird double steal. So
yeah, it was just a kind of a chaotic inning, but yeah, he's doing better. He'll have to face Clay Wargo, who had a huge RBI single in the game yesterday that eventually brought home 2 runs. Yeah, 2 RBI single. Brought home the runs that tied it up. He gets started with a swing and a miss.
He swung so hard his elbow pad came off.
He's tossing it.
So as Holzmer was coming back, he had a little chat with Wargo. I think it was sharing some intel on Neff, on the pitcher.
That one grounded foul toward third base side. Count 0-2.
0-2. Yeah, so tonight the Big Train have all 3 of their catchers in the lineup.
I think it's the first time we've seen it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. The 0-2 ball.
So I imagine that has to do with some personnel. We've had some, John Kramer pulled his hamstring, so he left. Peyton Schultz was injured, so he left. So I think we're just
The 1-2, Wargo taken care of, and that's the first K for Andrew Neff. But yeah, like you were saying, when the Big Train come up to bat next, it'll be Baylor Cobb and then Jason Schiavone. So very cool, but much better inning there for the Giants. They'll be back at the plate with Ethan Harden leading off when we come back. Welcome back. Bottom of the second, Nicholas Del Prado still on the mound, and he'll be facing Ethan Harden first, the center fielder, then Bryce Demery, the left fielder, and then Matt Ryan, the third baseman.
And Allie's lifelong childhood friend.
No, I don't even know.
Oh, am I overselling that a little?
Yeah,
oh, okay, sorry.
Just went to big high school, big public high school in Montgomery County. First pitch from Del Prado, ball high.
I feel like everything's big in Montgomery County.
That's true, and the school system especially.
Wait, so how big was your high school? How many kids?
2,000. That one in for strike one.
Yeah. Okay, so like my high school in Vermont was 1,300 kids, and it was like the biggest in the state.
Yeah, mine's 2,000, and that's like normal for a high school in Montgomery County. The 1-1, swing and a miss, count 1-2.
Mine was also made up of kids from 5 different towns.
Oh yeah, no. See, mine is like the smallest
it's
little
like
Bethesda
mile.
area. Like not even every kid in Bethesda goes to my high school. The 1-2, 2-2. That one, Michael's shaking his head.
That looked pretty good to me.
I think it looked pretty good too.
I think it was maybe a little high. Whatever, 2-2.
And the 2-2 in low. Did not swing on it, so count full.
Del Prado going with the breaking ball there on 2-2. I imagine not a lot of contact on his fastball thus far. I imagine that's what's coming here.
The full count pitch low, and that'll be a walk. First runner on for the Giants today.
That's frustrating to lose that hitter right there.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was hitting? Oh, that was your.
No. That was Ethan Harden.
Oh, sorry.
Bryce Demery coming up. Then on deck is Matt Ryan.
Demery 241 on the season. No homers, 8 RBIs, 1 double, 19 hits and 79 at-bats.
Del Prado, first pitch to Demery, swung on and missed.
Just gassing it up.
The intern section is getting pretty rowdy.
Getting pretty rowdy. I don't know, am I in charge of them here, or is it just like a free-for-all?
That one low in the dirt. Baylor Cobb popping up. A little pickoff attempt, but driving back safe is Ethan Harden, and that's something we've seen Baylor Cobb do multiple times this season, is always ready to get the runner out in the infield. Yes.
Yeah, he wants to show it off, yeah.
Yeah.
All our catchers have good arms, and they like to show them off.
Yes, very true. That one in, popped up foul. Count 1-2.
Harden was dancing a little off first 2 pitches ago now. Maybe trying to get a read or just kind of distract Del Prado. Who knows? But a lot of stolen base attempts in this league.
Yeah. Del Prado, the 1-2, and running is Harden. That one grounded to Holzmer and over to Sean Lane for the first out. Harden will advance into scoring position, but Bryce Demery taken care of.
I mean, that was the same thing as Felix in the first inning. He got a really good jump. You know, interestingly, a lot of times, like, that looked like a hit-and-run play where Demery drove it to where Holzmer wouldn't be if he was covering, but I think Holzmer probably knew that he wasn't going to get him out at second on a throw, so he just stayed where he was, and they were able to get one out, which is good.
Yeah, now at the plate, Matt Ryan. Del Prado eyeing Harden out there on second. But first pitch into Ryan. That one right to Petre. Going to throw over to Sean Lane for the second out. Runner Harden going to hold.
Yep. Just kind of a soft liner. It seemed like he got that off the handle. That sounded like it might have broken, but either way, it was one hop to Petre, who was able to stare Harden down and fire across the infield. So 2 down. And here is
Josh Wilson.
To be fair to him, he hit under 200 for this season, and he blasted that 3-run home run last night off Ryan Sanders.
Yeah.
Which was pretty incredible.
Those hot pink gloves. I noticed them last night from the booth, and I was like, I like those.
Oh, yeah, very hot. Pink.
Josh Wilson.
I was saying.
Prado gets started with a strike.
English syntax is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No context, Michael. We should make a tagline.
Fair enough. Yeah, that'll be a meme.
The 0-1. Cobb trying to frame that a little. I'm not going to fall for anything.
Breaking ball. I'm not sure where that was either. Also, Wilson wears, like, no-show golf socks with his cleats.
That's in now.
I'm not a fan of that.
The 1-1. Ball 2. And as in, like, I feel like a lot of times you're seeing guys in, like, suits these days with, like, a little ankle shot.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true.
He's pulling that kind of thing.
Okay, that's true.
I don't know if it's in baseball.
Well, yeah, so I was thinking more baseball, not the broader fashion world. But you are correct about that.
Yeah. 2-1. And
handcuffed him.
Yeah.
Just a pitch buried on the inside corner. Wilson kind of hurt himself on that one. He's walking around a little, flexing his front leg. You're right. I have a tuxedo that is cut a little high, and you're supposed to wear no socks with the thing.
Yeah.
So there you go.
The 2-2 swing and a miss. Cobb throwing over as Wilson will try to run, but no good. So Ethan Harden left stranded. And top of the third when we come back.
I want to give a quick shout-out to Brenda Dunham, the league's photographer. She is at EyeOnBall on Twitter. And we obviously have our photographer, Anna Wan, who is amazing and does just fantastic work. But Brenda takes excellent pictures for the league, so check her out.
Sorry about that. Cut out for a second. But Jason Schiavone down swinging, back-to-back outs, and we're back to the top of the order with Garrett Felix.
And I definitely wasn't talking about Quidditch. Okay, maybe I was talking about Quidditch. Here's Felix.
One hit on the day for the Train, and it came from him.
That's right. Base hit for Felix to start off the game. Stole second, reached third on a ground out, scored on Sean Lane's delayed steal.
First pitch to Felix in, count 0-1.
I'm just impressed by Garrett Felix's versatility throughout the whole season. Like infield, outfield, anywhere in the order.
The 0-1 swung on and missed. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The base running, I also think he's just been exercises such patience at the plate. It's the reason he has 30-plus walks on the year. He really just knows how to get on base any way possible. Nicholls State should be excited for when he comes back.
Yeah, I think he's going to run right into the season after this summer.
The 1-2 smacked into center field, will drop, and that's another base hit.
Just a beautiful piece of hitting with 2 strikes to shorten up and just take what the pitcher gives you on the outside corner and line it up the middle. That's, as a leadoff hitter, just get on base. You're a guy you can steal. You can make a run with 2 outs basically on your own. And, it gives DM Jefferson something to hit for here at the plate. And I think just knowing DM and watching him, that's the kind of thing that really drives him.
Yeah. And again, Garrett Felix hasn't really seen that leadoff spot since before Luke Nowak got here, but he's really thriving there tonight. That one fouled toward the Big Train dugout. I think probably a lot of pressure as Luke Nowak's been playing so well recently, but Garrett fitting right in.
Yeah, obviously a big loss to not have Luke, who has just been an on-base and stolen base machine. But it's nice to be able to just be like, oh, yeah, Garrett Felix, he was our leadoff for a month. Let's put him back in there.
Yeah. That one fouled back again, count 0-2.
Jefferson right on that one. That was an off-speed pitch, waited on it, and just missed it. Another half inch higher or lower on the ball, and that's headed towards center field with some heat on it. I don't know anything about physics, but that's just a guess.
Me either. I hated physics in high school.
Me too.
Hated it.
Me too.
Took it junior year, and then I haven't taken a science class since. Actually, no, I took astronomy. That one fouled again.
Whoa. You guys had astronomy?
No, this was in college.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't take another. I stopped science in high school.
Oh, until college.
Yeah, then in college I had to take something. So I took astronomy, and I also hated that. So
nice. So science not your thing.
No.
And that's why we're here
That's
broadcasting a baseball game. Yeah.
The other day on the call, Cade asked me if I'm going to be a doctor. I said, Cade, no, I'm doing this with my summer. So the 0-2 fouled again, this time toward the Giants dugout.
Jefferson battling here, taking everything Neff's given him and just staying alive.
Again, 2 outs, so the pressure is on. Garrett Felix is on first.
Yep, I'm surprised he hasn't stolen again, just because he's got such a high success rate on it.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not worth the risk.
Neff, the 0-2, 1-2 now.
Breaking ball just missing. I think he had Jefferson fooled on that one, but got a little help from the ump, or maybe it was just off the plate. We don't have the best angle here.
Yeah,
but
no, it's not the best angle.
We've got up-down.
Mm-hmm.
We got that, but side to side, not quite as good.
Yeah. The 1-2, Jefferson grounds that one to second. Had a bounce on it, but we'll get to Jenkins at first, and that'll be the end of the top of the third for the Big Train. Can't make anything else happen, but they still have the 1-0 lead as we enter the bottom of the Welcome back. Leading off here for the Giants is Brendan Kleiman, the catcher. Nick Del Prado, third inning of work, gets started with a strike. Del Prado rolling, has not given up a hit tonight so far.
Oh my God, you jinxed him.
Through 2 innings. Don't say that.
Just kidding. I don't believe in that shenanigans.
No shenanigans on the call, ever.
No.
1-1 the count now. Del Prado fires. That one fouled up.
One thing I like about Nick Del Prado, well, a couple things. One, he works very quickly.
Yes.
He basically just takes whatever the catcher throws down, and that's his pitch. And the other thing is he just attacks hitters. I feel like there's no nibbling with him. He just throws strikes, and he's like, here, I trust my stuff.
And the 1-2 fouled up again.
That was a breaking ball. I think probably a little higher in the strike zone than he would have wanted, but still fooled Kleiman. Only could foul it away. He's moved up pretty close to the plate. We'll see how Del Prado deals with that.
The 1-2. That one. Almost, yeah.
Well, he busted him inside.
Yeah. 2-2 now, and it's so interesting to think about how at the beginning of the season, Nick Del Prado wasn't even a starter, technically. That one swung on and missed, and I mean, that's exactly why. He came in relief the first time we saw him, and then became a starter and has since just been absolutely unreal.
Yeah, just fantastic. He goes, again, the efficiency of like attacking hitters. You don't end up throwing a lot of pitches. You can go deeper into games, which is exactly what he's done. He and Ryan Sanders both have done really well with that. That pitch to Kleiman right there, a breaking ball that totally had him fooled. It was a half-weak swing. They call that a sword on the internet. Impressive.
First pitch to Gabriel Barrett fouled off. The Giants PA announcer said Gabriel Barrett was like making his debut.
Yeah,
which sounds kind of crazy, but
did say that. He is certainly not on their stats list, so I don't know. Good for him.
Welcome, Gabriel Barrett.
No pressure. Right into the playoffs.
The 0-1 low ball 1. He's from University of San Francisco, a team our lovely Big Train is very familiar with.
That's right.
Kai Burdick, Caleb Waltz, and now T.J. Rogers.
Oh, T.J. Rogers transferred.
Mm-hmm. Swing and a miss there. Count 1-2.
I got to be honest. I cannot keep track of the transfers.
Yeah, it's been
because Marcus Dukes transferred,
mm-hmm.
College of Charleston. Jackson Ritchie transferred to Florida International.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
That one high, ball 2. Luke transferred to Dayton.
Yeah, Luke Baker. That happened earlier in the summer.
Clay transferred.
Clay transferred to Lafayette. Peyton Schultz transferred.
Yeah, lots of them. The 2-2, that one fouled right towards Jacob.
I will say TJ is from Nevada. So, I mean, I don't
where is Austin, PA State? Where is that?
Austin, I think it's on the East Coast, but we could just be guessing.
We could totally be wrong.
And everyone listening is yelling into their YouTube screen what a nightmare we are about those things. But I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Okay, great.
Power of Google.
Never heard of it.
Del Prado fires. That one popped up foul again. Baylor running over for it, but looks like it's going to go. Sorry, cut out again there. It's going to happen a couple times today. Again, this Gaithersburg setup, not ideal, but we're working with it. So Del Prado now facing Joseph Quelch, who he did strike out in the first Giants at-bat of the game. The 1-0 from Del Prado, swung on and missed, count 1-1.
Del Prado's faced just one over the minimum here through 2 2/3, and just a dominant inning thus far.
Seriously. The 1-1 to Quelch, way high, over the glove of Cobb.
Imagine being Barrett and not having any appearances this season, and coming in against Nick Del Prado, who's been one of the best pitchers in the league.
Tough.
So, good luck.
Tough.
It's okay. It's only the playoffs.
Only that.
Only the playoffs.
Del Prado, the 2-1, another ball.
2 not great breaking balls this at-bat. Quelch, though, very good hitter. We talked about in his first at-bat that he led the league in hitting. He also had 10 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, so the guy can do some damage.
The 3-1 hit deep into left field. It'll be fair. It drops.
And it looks like it bounced over the fence, so it's going to be a ground rule double. That ball was roasted.
Yeah, seriously. That one hit very deep into left field. So like Michael said, a ground rule double and a runner on for the Giants. Second one in scoring position. Del Prado, though, still has the 2 out, so if you can take care of Dylan Wilkinson here, should be all right.
Wilkinson, I don't think I said it his first time up, but he's 31 for 104 on the season. with a home run, 8 doubles, 10 stolen bases, 10 for 14, 12 errors, which is not really relevant in this moment, but worth a mention nonetheless.
First pitch to Wilkinson, ball. And that was the first hit for the Giants this game.
I jinxed it. I said he faced 1 over the minimum.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you jinxed it.
You said you don't believe in that.
Well, now that it happened, I believe in it.
The 1-0 in, 1-1.
It's kind of a fluid situation of belief system.
Yeah, no, you only believe in it when it happens. And then if you say something like, oh, this person's going to do this, something, and they do it, you're like, oh, I called that.
Exactly. Yeah, when it's positive, you're like, yeah, this is real.
The human mind. That one fouled toward the pole in front of us. Count now 1-2.
My God. My life flashed before my eyes.
Seriously. We had our first, like, press box, quote-unquote, foul ball at D.C. One landed right next to...
Really?
Yeah, our table. Yeah.
Way up in the upper reaches of
in the balcony where we sit.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's wild.
It's crazy. The 1-2.
Good thing you were surrounded by those athletes.
I know.
Braden Jones and Cade Woods.
But it actually dropped on my side of the table, so but it was far enough away.
Okay, well, you know.
But yeah, they could have gotten it for me, which would have been nice. I don't know. Braden was pretty busy with his pizza.
I had some of it. It was a pretty good pizza. Braden basically hasn't been happy with anything we've gotten for food for the players for away games, so he just DoorDashes whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
Del Prado watching Quelch there on second, giving him a stare down, but fires the 1-2 high.
Yeah, that's you're not going to pick a guy off second very often. But what you can do is basically just hold and screw up his timing and basically get him flat-footed. Mm-hmm. You know, they're waiting, their time, like when you're at second, you're timing, you're trying to figure it out, and if you just hold.
Del Prado, the 2-2, that one fouled.
Yeah, so and then you kind of mix it up. So you give him a look and then another look and then another look one time, and the next time you just give him one and kind of just go, and you just kind of go from there. It's just all about timing. Same thing with messing up a hitter, honestly, but you got to think about both things as a pitcher.
Del Prado, another 2-2, and down swinging goes Dylan Wilkinson. So Nicholas Del Prado, 4 batters faced, 3 go down, and that's K number 5 for him. Great stuff. Michael, thank you so much for joining me.
Allie, thank you for letting me be here. I love doing this. It's awesome. I'm going to hand it over to our excellent writer, Ian Decker, who has been on before. You've heard him, and maybe I'll be back. Who knows? If things go poorly, I'm going to come over and rip Ian out of the seat.
Okay. So, well, Ian has been great before, so yeah.
I meant things go poorly on the field. I'm sure Ian will be great.
Oh, you're saying your good luck?
Yeah. Remember that whole thing about superstition?
Yeah.
I just announced that it's good.
Obviously.
Anyway, thank you, Allie. You've done great. So Ian will be on. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Sorry about the video, but this is better than having video constantly cut out and not streamed correctly. So,
yes.
Go Big Train.
When we come back, Roll Train. When we come back, Emilian Pitre leading off. Welcome back. Emilian Pitre leading off here in the top of the 4th. Andrew Neff still on the mound. And with me, Ian Decker. Ian, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's been a little while, but it's fun to be back on the call with you.
The 0-1 to Pitre. That one grounded into center field. No one there, and it's a base hit for Emilian. Well, that was a good way to start.
Yeah, he's making some good contact, and despite missing some players today, we're still getting some good contact on the balls here.
Yeah, great contact hitting. 2 singles from Garrett Felix and now 1 from Emilian Pitre. And coming up to bat is Sean Lane, who was the hottest hitter last night for the Train.
Yeah, and, just showing his power at the plate. You know, he had that deep shot straight to center, 3 75-ish, and he's hit a couple doubles, and, he had the smart play in the first, kind of got them a little bit confused on the base paths, which let Garrett Felix score.
Pickoff attempt, Pitre unsuccessful. He's kind of been everywhere lately, and good for Sean. Again, struggled a bit in the beginning of the season, but has really come into his own in the second half here when it's mattered the most, as it's playoffs now. Strike one there. Swinging, fouled a bit off.
I feel like he's one of the players that epitomizes why summer ball can be so beneficial for a player.
Yeah.
He was kind of buried on Maryland's depth chart this year. He's coming out to summer ball and really just hitting his stride here late in the season, getting some really helpful reps in.
Completely. It's all about development and getting your skills ready for when you return to your team in the fall, and Maryland should be very excited to have him. That one lands, count 0-2. One of the only players that I'll be able to watch if they come to Northwestern. Only Big Ten. We're both Big Ten people these days.
Yeah. Turpin and you guys are with the Wildcats?
Wildcats, yeah.
Turpin and Wildcat.
The 0-2, and Sean Lane goes down swinging. That'll bring up TJ Rogers. Third strikeout of the night for Andrew Neff, and Rogers grounded out in his last at-bat. It's kind of that crazy one that hugged the third base side and almost looked like it was going to be an extra base hit, but Matt Ryan, the third baseman for the Giants, just perfectly there.
Yeah, Ryan's had a really solid game. He had that kind of, curving hit that he corralled for the out, and then he had the hawk glove at third there early, like you were talking about.
Yeah. That one swung on and missed by TJ, count 0-1.
That's kind of nice to be treated to a little bit of a pitcher's duel early on here. Nick Del Prado obviously working for the big train really well.
Just the one hit to the best hitter in the league, so nothing to be too mad about. The 0-1 fouled off, count 0-2.
And Neff's really impressed me with his stuff. I mean, he's mixing a good rotation of pitches in there, and he's really fooling the big train batters.
Yeah, he is doing a good job. Again, just 3 hits and the 1 run. Fires the 0-2, and Rogers down swinging. So just as we're hyping Andrew Neff up, he's really showing his stuff.
It's funny how it works out sometimes. Sometimes we're talking about a player, and, we'll say, oh, he's really having a great day at the plate, and he strikes out. Other times, we talk about it, and then it happens. It's kind of funny how it works out.
Yeah, Michael and I were talking about that a lot, jinxing and things, how you only really give into it when it's positive.
Yeah.
Anyways, Warren Holzmer at the plate now. 2 outs on the board. Emilian Pitre still on first. First pitch to Holzmer. Grounded foul toward the train dugout. Count 0-1.
Holzmer with what proved to be the game-winning hit and RBI last night. Huge offensive production from him at the plate to get the win in the first game of this series.
Second pitch to Holzmer. That one popped up. Center fielder coming in. Making the catch there is Harden, and that'll do it. Pitre left on the base path. Big Train still lead 1-0. When we come back, it'll be Jeremiah Jenkins leading off for the Giants. Welcome back. Jenkins at the plate. First pitch low in the dirt all the way to the backstop for ball 1 from Nicholas Del Prado, who we were talking about it off air. It just deals so quickly, Ian.
Yeah, I mean, and just if we were actually time it between pitches, I mean, he takes anywhere between 5 to 10 seconds. If it's a strike, Baylor Cobb gets the ball right back to him. He sets his feet and he goes.
The 1-0, that one grounded to Holzmer, over to Sean Lane at first, and that's the first out. Ethan Harden will come up to bat now. He walked in his last appearance. But yeah, I mean, I wish we could time it because it is so speedy. Nick Del Prado, just one of those guys, kind of similar to Ryan Sanders, the way they just kind of have such confidence in what they're doing out there, and they just want to go, go, go.
I'll time it for this at bat.
First pitch in, bounces in the dirt. Count 1-0. I'd say he works a little less quickly when it's not the strike. After the balls, he contemplates a little bit. But ready to go, the 1-0. Strike 1.
So I was counting from that one. From the second that Baylor Cobb threw the ball back to the next pitch was 15 seconds.
Wow, yeah.
So, anywhere between, and this one was under 10.
The 1-1 low and away for ball 2. And the other thing is the windup is just so quickly. There's no, the set and the windup and the pitch is just very fast. That one in the zone, count evens 2-2.
His mechanics are just so efficient.
Yeah.
He doesn't waste any energy with his windup or any motion. It's very efficient, streamlined, and I think it helps him be a really effective pitcher.
The 2-2 low, count now full. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's just he really knows what he's doing out there. That's why he's been such a force this season and why the trainer hoping that he can help them get this win today. That one in and down looking goes Harden. That's 6 Ks for Nicholas Del Prado tonight. Coming up to the plate, Bryce Demery.
And even though the Giants are missing a couple batters, it's still a really talented lineup. So credit to Nick Del Prado, making his way through the lineup here.
Seriously, I mean, he struck out Joseph Quelch in the very first Giants at bat of the game, which is just huge. We've said it a million times, but he did finish the regular season on top with I think it was 416 average. Del Prado getting a good start here to Demery with a strike. Second pitch in and swung on and missed, count 0-2.
Yeah, 416.
Oh, I got that. That was good.
Well done.
Thank you. The 0-2 and down swinging goes Bryce Demery. Back-to-back Ks will take care of the Giants. Nicholas Del Prado reaches 7 through 4 innings. Very impressive stuff. When we come back, Clay Wargo leading off. Welcome back. Top of the fifth and a new pitcher for the Gaithersburg Giants. Andrew Neff comes out after 4 innings of work, and Robbie Lee from Denison taking his place. The DH, Clay Wargo, leading off for the Train. First pitch from Lee in for strike 1.
And this is another one of those fun games where we get multiple catchers in the game with Clay Wargo DHing and then Baylor Cobb at the plate.
We said it, I think it's the first time, because Jason Schiavone's in right field, so it's 3 for 3 today. I think it's the first time that's happened this season.
You are right.
1-1 now to Wargo. Very cool.
I think you and I were talking at one point on the broadcast.
Yeah, we were like, will
that,
it ever happen? Today's the day. 2-1 the count now. So on deck, Baylor Cobb and the whole Jason Schiavone. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, and they bat back-to-back.
Yeah, it's crazy. The 2-1, that one grounded foul down left field. Count 2-2. Yeah, literally, they're 7, 8, and 9 in the order.
With Wargo the best batter at 215 this season.
Had a huge 2 RBI single last night. That one fouled off. Going to stay alive here.
And that crazy 13-12 win that
at
one point looked to be done, and then they came back, and as only Big Train baseball can.
Yeah, we joke about how the Train can mount comebacks. That one I was getting a little nervous for because at one point they were down 8-3, so 5-run deficit. A little mound visit here between Kleiman and Lee. And so they were down 8-3, and I was like, oh gosh, I mean, we've seen him come back, but this is a lot to take care of. But just the hitting started to heat up at just the right moment, and everyone was getting in on the action, which is exactly what you want to see. And then, of course, a patented Jordan Little close.
Yeah, he was lights out last night, and we talked to Sal after the game, and he had nothing but good things to say, of course, about Jordan Little. And he just came in, shut the door. I'm sure he was a little bit antsy about the runs that he gave up against the Aces earlier, and he just came in and went to work and showed his stuff.
So after the mound visit, Lee the 2-2 out for ball 3, count full. Now to Clay Wargo. The 3-2 swung on and missed. Down swinging goes Wargo. Unfortunately for him, his second strikeout of the game so far. Baylor Cobb coming up to the plate now. Patrick is just electric in the stands.
He is. He's really having a fun time, and I'm sure you and Michael mentioned, but he is wearing the banana suit.
Yeah, Michael did. Michael was like, just so everyone knows. First pitch to Cobb. That one smacked into center field. That'll be a base hit. Welcome back, Baylor.
First pitch, too, right down the middle. Baylor Cobb is going to get that every time. And he looks to be moving a lot better.
Yeah.
A couple of games ago, he was still dealing with that foot injury, and he looked significantly hobbled. That was at DC over this past week, so it's good to see him moving back.
Yeah. So Cobb on first, Jason Schiavone at the plate, just 1 out for the Big Train. First pitch to Schiavone. Almost goes wild. Count 1-0. Cobb going to hold. Yeah, I mean, to think the last time we were in Gaithersburg, I watched Baylor use his bats as crutches to leave, and now he is bringing the heat right at this very park again. A week later, exactly. Right? It's Tuesday?
Yeah.
Okay. That one into Schiavone.
I was thinking about a baseball season. Everything just seemed kind of time moves differently. When was the last time we were here? Especially with just 7 teams. You're playing 6 others, and you're rotating a lot of familiar faces.
The 1-1 to Schiavone. That one hit well into left field, and that's another base hit. The Big Train bats rolling, and we're back to a guy who's had 2 base hits of his own, 2 for 2 at the plate, Garrett Felix.
And I remember when we were on the call together at Silver Spring, Tacoma, the last time we played them away, we were talking about how versatile of a player Garrett Felix is.
Yeah,
and,
seriously.
He's DH'd. He's played in the outfield. He's played in the infield. With Luke Nowak picking up that injury before the game, he's come into the leadoff spot and is 2 for 2 and is really bringing the power.
Yeah, still just 1 out and a great opportunity here for Garrett Felix. Again, 2 for 2 on the day. Baylor Cobb on second, Schiavone on first. Lee gets started finding the zone for strike 1.
Garrett Felix was 248 on the year this season. 101 at bats, 25 hits, 30 runs. Pretty productive at the plate.
Yeah, and we said it again, but he was in that leadoff spot until Luke came, as East Carolina was in postseason play and kind of moved out of it, but back in it and has been really thriving there tonight. That one wild. Runner's going to advance. Baylor on third, Jason Schiavone on second.
A little bit fortunate there, but that's baseball. You know, take it where you can get it, and ball got by the catcher, and Schiavone bumps to second. Baylor Cobb at third.
Lee the 1-1, ball 2. So now Baylor just a base away from coming home. Big train chant starting. The 2-1, ball 3. So count heavily in Felix's favor.
I think he gets the green light here. Nice 3-1. Just if he gets some right down the middle, see what he gets.
The 3-1, that one chopped to the second baseman and over Wilson's glove. Baylor Cobb going to come home. Schiavone going to hold, and now runners in the corners for Bethesda, and another run tacked on. So Garrett Felix continues a great streak. The big train tack another one on now. Schiavone on third, him on first, and DM Jefferson coming to the plate.
And sometimes that's just what you need. It was hard hit, but sometimes you see that ball just go right to the second baseman. It brings it in, throws it to first, but that one jumped just a little bit over the second baseman there, and Garrett Felix gets on board.
Pick off. That one into DM ball to get started. DM has had 2 4-3 groundouts today, so 0 for 2 at the plate. Can he make something happen here?
Well, I guess back in the first, he did help advance Garrett Felix over to third, which then he came home for that opening run. So
True.
Productive out.
Felix charging to second. Will he get in safely? He will. Schiavone going to go for home, and they'll call him out. Felix, though, still safe at second. Jason Schiavone can't believe it. Not sure how I feel about that call, but that's another out. And one runner in scoring position now, Garrett Felix on the second base bag.
And it looked really close there. You know, it's one of those